Hey there, fellow energy conservationists. Ever been called lazy and felt that sting of shame? Well, throw that shame out the window. Today, I'm going to show you why being lazy isn't just okay. It might be your secret superpower. Did you know that some of the world's most successful people are strategically lazy? They don't work harder, they work smarter. Stick around because I'm about to share how your natural tendency to find the easiest path might actually be the key to unlocking extraordinary results in your life. Ready to turn your laziness into your greatest asset? Part 1. The misunderstood power of laziness. Let's clear something up right away. There's a huge difference between being lazy and being smart lazy. Traditional laziness is avoiding work without purpose. Smart laziness? That's the art of conserving energy for things that truly matter. Think about it. Bill Gates once said, "I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it." That's not an insult, it's recognition of a superpower. Studies show that our brains are wired to conserve energy. A 2018 study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that our brains naturally seek the path of least resistance. It's literally how we're built. But here's where it gets interesting. What if this natural tendency isn't something to fight against, but something to harness? What if your laziness is actually your brain's way of pushing you toward efficiency? Have you ever created a shortcut that saved hours of work? That wasn't you being lazy, that was you being brilliantly efficient. And isn't that what productivity is actually about? But wait until you hear how some of history's greatest innovators used this exact mindset to change the world. Part 2. Historical geniuses who mastered strategic laziness. Did you know that Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, was actually kicked out of school for being too stupid to learn? His teachers thought he was lazy, but Edison was simply focused on what interested him. Edison didn't invent the light bulb by working 24/7. Instead, he famously took naps throughout the day to refresh his mind. He even had special napping chairs installed throughout his laboratory. Edison filed 1,093 patents in his lifetime while being known for his strategic rest periods and delegation skills. Another example? Steve Jobs was notorious for his reality distortion field, his ability to convince people to do things they thought impossible. But what many don't realize is that Jobs wasn't doing all the work himself. He was a master delegator who focused only on what he deemed essential. Jobs once said, "It's not about money, it's about the people you have, how you're led, and how much you get it." He understood that his time and energy were precious resources to be protected at all costs. Think about it. Are you exhausting yourself doing tasks anyone could do? Or are you preserving your energy for the things only you can contribute? But how exactly do you transform from just lazy to strategically lazy? The difference is all in your system. Part 3. The 5 Principles of Smart Laziness. Welcome to the LazyFit Method, my system for turning minimal effort into maximum results. These aren't just productivity hacks, they're a lifestyle philosophy for the efficiently minded. Principle number 1. The 80-20 rule on steroids. Most people know the Pareto principle. 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. But smart, lazy people take this further. They ruthlessly identify that critical 20% and eliminate everything else. A study from Harvard Business Review found that top. Ask yourself, if I could only work 2 hours today, what would I absolutely have to complete? That's your 20%. Now imagine building your entire schedule around just that. Principle number 2. Strategic automation. Smart, lazy people never do repetitive tasks manually. They invest time upfront to automate everything possible. This could be as simple as email templates or as complex as custom software. The rule is, if you have to do it more than twice, find a way to automate it. The average office worker spends 2.5 hours daily. What repetitive tasks are stealing your energy right now? What could you automate by this time tomorrow? Principle number 3. The art of selective neglect. Here's a radical idea. Some things deserve to be neglected. Smart, lazy people understand that saying no isn't just okay, it's essential. Warren Buffett famously said, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." What in your life deserves to be neglected right now? What urgent tasks aren't actually important? Principle number 4. Energy management versus time management. Forget time management. Smart, lazy people practice energy management. They schedule tasks based on their energy levels, not just available time slots. Our cognitive abilities fluctuate dramatically throughout the day. Studies show we have only about 3 to 4 hours of. Are you fighting your natural energy rhythms or working with them? When are you at your best, and are you protecting those golden hours for your most important work? Principle number 5, the minimum effective dose. Smart, lazy people always ask, what's the least amount of work needed for the desired outcome? This isn't about cutting corners. It's about elegance and efficiency. Like a master chef who knows exactly how much seasoning to add, no more, no less. But what happens when you apply these principles to your everyday life? Let me show you how they've transformed mine. Before I reveal how to handle the skeptics in your life, I want to take a quick second to ask, are you getting value from these strategies? If so, hit that like button right now. It helps more people discover these unconventional productivity methods. And if you're ready to join the Smart Lazy revolution, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss my latest efficiency hacks. I release new videos every week that help you work smarter, not harder. Now, let's get back to handling those productivity critics in your life. Part 4. Real-world applications of smart laziness. Let me share how I transformed my own life through strategic laziness. 3 years ago, I was working 70+ hours weekly, constantly exhausted, with mediocre results. Sound familiar? Then I had my lazy epiphany and completely redesigned my life around these principles. In my work life, I identified the 20% of my tasks that generated 80% of my income and delegated or eliminated everything else. This alone cut my work week from 70 hours to 25 hours while increasing my income by 40%. In my home life, I redesigned my home using what I call LazyFit design, organizing everything to minimize movement and decision-making. My kitchen now requires 62% fewer steps to prepare meals. My closet is organized, so I never waste energy deciding what to wear. Even my bathroom is optimized for the shortest possible morning routine. In my fitness routine, I abandoned traditional hour-long workouts for the minimum effective dose approach, 20-minute high-intensity sessions just 3 times weekly. The results? I'm in better shape now than when I spent 6 hours weekly at the gym, and I've reclaimed 4+ hours every week. But what about the psychological barriers that might be holding you back from embracing your lazy potential? Part 5. Overcoming the guilt of being strategically lazy. Let's address the elephant in the room, the guilt. In our hustle culture, there's immense pressure to be busy constantly. But this guilt is holding you back from your most efficient self. Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. In fact, constant busyness is often a form of laziness. It's easier to stay busy than to make hard decisions about what truly matters. To overcome this guilt, start by reframing your language. You're not being lazy, you're being strategically efficient. You're not doing less, you're focusing on impact. Try this exercise. List everything you accomplished last week, then circle the items that actually move the needle in your life or career. I bet it's a small percentage of your total activities. Now imagine if you could double down on just those impactful activities and let go of the rest. That's not laziness, that's brilliance. But what happens when others don't understand your new approach? How do you handle the skeptics in your life? Part 6. Handling the productivity police. We all have them in our lives, the productivity police who equate hours worked with value created. They see you leaving the office on time or declining unnecessary meetings and think you're not committed. Here's how to handle them. First, let your results speak for themselves. Nothing silences critics faster than exceptional outcomes. When you're delivering more while working less, the how becomes irrelevant. Second, educate tactfully. Share articles about companies like Microsoft Japan, which saw a 40% productivity increase after implementing a 4-day workweek. Third, find your tribe of fellow efficient thinkers. Surrounding yourself with others who value impact over hours makes maintaining your smart, lazy lifestyle much easier. Remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for working efficiently. Your time is yours to optimize, but the ultimate question remains: how do you balance smart laziness with ambition? Is it possible to achieve greatness while embracing your inner efficiency expert? Part 7. The Lazy Person's Path to Greatness. Here's the beautiful paradox. The smartest form of laziness can lead to the highest levels of achievement. When you preserve your energy for what truly matters, you can pursue your most ambitious goals without burnout. Look at Richard Branson, who built over 400 companies while famously prioritizing leisure and family time. His secret? Ruthless delegation and focusing only on decisions that need his unique perspective. Branson's philosophy: I'm not. The key is distinguishing between lazy goals and efficient paths. Having ambitious goals isn't anti-lazy. Pursuing them in the most exhausting way possible is. Ask yourself, what's the simplest path to my biggest goals? What unnecessary steps can I eliminate? Who can help me get there faster? Remember, efficiency isn't about cutting corners. It's about cutting waste. It's about respecting your finite energy and directing it toward what will create the most significant impact. So there you have it. Being lazy isn't a crime when you know how to be smart about it. It's about working with your natural tendencies rather than fighting against them. It's about understanding that your energy is precious and deserves to be invested wisely. So I'm curious, are you already practicing strategic laziness, or are you still caught in the busy trap? Drop a comment below and let me know which of these principles you're going to implement first. If you enjoyed this perspective on productivity, smash that like button and subscribe for more unconventional wisdom. Next week, I'll be sharing the science-backed ways to boost your energy levels without coffee. You won't want to miss it.